Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we're going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Daniel fought Mike Barnes during the events of Cobra Kai Season 6? So in this timeline, the events of Cobra Kai Season 6 would still happen. Miyagi would still have to pick 6 fighters to compete in the Seikai Taikai, and Daniel and Johnny would still be having a hard time deciding on who would go. So Daniel would still bring in Mike Barnes. Those events would stay the same. Mike would still have the students compete in various challenges, and he would still pick his top 12. Mike would still get the top 12 to capture each other's flags. Devin would still try to prove herself, and Johnny would still want Mike to notice Devin, but Mike would start to get annoyed by Johnny. Kenny and Anthony would still be fighting, and Kenny would still take Anthony's last flag, and he would still knock Anthony back. The challenge would be over. Danny would go check up on Anthony, but Mike would still tell Anthony that he didn't make the cut. Danny would be mad at Mike for being so harsh on Anthony, and Mike would still pick his top 4. Miguel, Sam, Robbie, and Tori, and Hawk, Dimitri, Kenny, and Devin would all be tied. So Mike would want to review his notes and decide the next day. Danny would be the one to visit Mike. He would want to see if Anthony could get a second shot, but Mike would say that he was lucky that Anthony wasn't going. He would say that Anthony would get destroyed in the Seikai Taikai. Mike would say that Miyagi was good for kata, but it didn't produce powerhouse students. Danny would say that this wasn't the same Miyagi that he remembered. He would say that Miyagi has evolved. So Mike would challenge Daniel to a fight. Danny would say that he beat him once, and that he could do it again. But Mike would say that the only reason he won was because Silver paid him to lose points against him. So Mike and Danny would fight. Mike would strike first, and he would knock Daniel back. Mike would continue attacking Daniel, but Danny would use defense to defend himself, and he would start to use offense, and he would start to circle Mike. Mike would start to get angry. He would continue attacking Daniel. Danny would use a combination of offense and defense, and in this timeline, Mike would be the one to push Daniel against his table. Daniel would be on the ground, and he would be a little bit injured. So in this timeline, Mike would defeat Daniel. Mike would tell Daniel that he fought well, and he would help him get back up. The next day, Mike would decide the remaining 2 students, and he would choose Hawk and Kenny. So Miyagi's team would be Miguel, Robbie, Sam, Tori, Hawk, and Kenny. Those events would carry on. Devin would be disappointed, and she would be mad that she didn't make the cut. But Johnny would say that she did a good job, and that he was still proud of her. Season 6 would continue. Kreese would still want to get in contact with Tori, but Tori still wouldn't want anything to do with Kreese. Tori's mom would still pass away. Season 6 would continue. Johnny would want Miguel and Robbie to fight for captain, since Miguel and Robbie were top 4, along with Sam and Tori. So Miguel and Robbie would fight, and the fight would be very similar. Robbie would still be balanced in this timeline, and he would use a combination of offense and defense, and he would still defeat Miguel. So Robbie would still be the team captain. Sam and Tori would still fight, but Tori would still be fighting with anger, and Amanda would still want to stop the fight. So Danny would still stop the fight in this timeline. Tori would say that she needed to fight, and that her mom would have wanted this, but Daniel and Amanda would say that she wasn't in the right headspace. So Tori would get mad, and she would decide to leave. Those events would stay the same, and with Tori gone, Sam would be made team captain, and Daniel and Johnny would choose Devin to take her place. Miyagi would still go to Barcelona to compete in the Seikai Taikai, and they would be surprised to see Cobra Kai there, and that Tori had to rejoin Cobra Kai. And that is where I'm going to end this What If. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Daniel fought Mike Barnes during the events of Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 1? Let me know in the comments below. YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time.